Hey guys, it's Ginny, VSG. It's been a very long time. Apologies for that, but there hasn't been really a lot to update in quite a while. So let's see. It feels very strange to be talking about weight loss or weight loss surgery at a time when so many people are struggling, when there's a global pandemic. It just feels so superficial and unnecessary. So I'm going to keep this brief because I do feel like I hit my 5-year surge anniversary yesterday, and that was such a big deal for me that I wanted to at least commemorate it. I essentially spent quite a long time believing that when you have weight loss surgery, you either died when you were having surgery or shortly thereafter, or you gained all the weight back in 5 years. I'm here to say I did not gain all the weight back. I gained some weight back, yes. After the baby, during the pregnancy, and then after the baby, it's just been up and down and up and down and up and down. But you know what? I'm up and down within a range that I haven't been since before high school. So quite frankly, that's huge for me and a very big deal and very cool. I have kept off an entire an amount of weight equal to an entire person who qualifies for weight loss surgery. So honestly, I feel like I can't complain too much about that. And I know what I need to do to take it back off. I was already starting to do that in February, so not a New Year's resolution for me, but end of January, beginning of February. I went back to sort of eating the way I did right after surgery. So not really limiting my portions at all past what I would normally do anyway. I portion out what I can actually eat with a weight loss surgery stomach, and even 5 years out, that's about half of what my husband can eat. My toddler eats more than I do most of the time still. And basically but I am still eating low carb, so not keto. Like, I'm not really counting, logging what I eat at the moment or counting calories or anything, but eating low carb, because I do find that even quote unquote healthy carbs, so quinoa, like whole grain things, whatever, like really genuinely healthy kinds of breads, I still wind up with cravings for sweets and junk food. So knowing this about my body and knowing this about myself, I sort of limit what the types of food, I don't want to say I limit the types of food that I eat, but I try to eat low carb. So yeah, so that's been, I've started doing that. I started not eating before 9 a.m. or after 9 p.m., making sure I had 16 ounces of water or some other fluid between every one of my meals. I do eat 5 smaller meals a day as opposed to 3 bigger ones. And also, like making sure that I wait at least an hour after I eat before I start drinking water to allow that fullness to last as long as it can. So that was working reasonably well for me, actually. For a couple of months, I was losing slowly, but losing. And then this pandemic hit, and it's been a bit of a struggle, as I'm sure it is for many of you. I just want to acknowledge that it's way more of a struggle for many people more than me. I still have a job. I'm able to work remotely, and I'm so grateful for that. My employer has been so flexible, and I could not be more grateful. My husband and I alternate during the day. I work in the mornings, and then I take over childcare in the afternoons, and he works. And then we give the baby, he's not much of a baby anymore. He's almost 3. Wow. We give him dinner and put him to bed, and then we both work again from 7 to 10 p.m. And it's hugely tiring, but again, super grateful that I'm in a position where that's possible. I'm just thinking of all the people who have lost their jobs. I'm thinking of people who have to work out in the public where they're risking their health and other people's health that are close to them every day. So people who work in grocery stores, people who work in pharmacies, and especially those healthcare workers that are every single day treating sick people and worried about, are they going to go home with this virus? I can't imagine how you're feeling, and I'm so grateful for everything you do, for your sacrifice. So thank you for that. I mean that. And we're doing our part by staying home. This is day 12 of staying home for us. So we feel like that's the best thing we can do. We are limiting our going out as much as we can. Grocery shopping once a week or preferably less. We aim for less. Yeah, and we did not hoard things. Consequently, consequently, it's hard to kind of keep up with. But what we did was we just picked up a couple of extra cans, or extra packets of pasta or whatever every time we went grocery shopping, just a couple of small things. So not everything all at once. We definitely did not hoard toilet paper. We didn't even buy any extra. So consequently, we were really worried we weren't going to be able to replace it. We were able to get it last time. But anyway, yeah, so everybody's struggling. And right now, more important even than weight loss and physical health to me is mental health. And I think a lot of us are struggling. I had a bit of a moment the other day where I just kind of lost it because one of the things that I am most grateful for post 5 years of weight loss surgery is the fact that I can't sit still anymore. I want to be outside every day. I take my toddler to the playground. I take him to the park. I take him any number of places, pretty much every day when I'm not working. So I usually work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday during business hours. I do half a day of work in the evenings somewhere there, and then on Thursdays, I do a half a day in the morning as well. So 4 days total, but I'm only losing out 3.5 kind of hit of his waking days, when I could be spending time with him. So the rest of the time, the other 3.5 days a week, I'm with him out doing things because he's super active, of course, super energetic. And so, yeah, so we're taking walks with him, avoiding all of the people, just anything we can do to stay safe and stay healthy and socially distanced, but still get him and me and my husband the activity and the exercise we need. So it has been very hard for me to stay home, but you know what? It is so much harder for people who are out there who have no choice but to interact with sick people. So I am just doing everything I can to stay mentally healthy, and that includes being kind to myself, being gentle with myself. But once things have calmed down a little bit for us and I'm a little bit more, a little bit less freaked out about all this, then I will again try to go back to what I was doing recently and get back on track. And that's the good thing, is I know that's one of the things I've learned after 5 years post weight loss surgery, is that I can trust myself. If I get to a point where I'm like, okay, enough, I don't feel like I have as much energy, I don't feel like I'm as active, I don't feel like I can chase my toddler as well, I can make the decision to change things for myself. And I know how to do that. I have the experience now, that I know I can just troubleshoot. I can say, okay, this is low enough carb, I'm losing slowly, I'm okay with this. Or I can say, I'm not losing anything, it's been 6 weeks, because I don't believe a stall is a real stall till 6 weeks. If you've watched my videos, you know that. Nothing's changing, then I know what I have to do. The next thing I would do would be to eat lower carb. The next thing after that, I would start tracking what I'm eating again and aiming for more keto-like macros. If that still didn't work, I would start counting calories, and I hate doing that. And that would be a last resort, but I would do that if I had to, because my physical health is really important to me now, and I do feel a difference when I gain weight. So I know what to do. I will be doing it. I also do expect to have a revision. At some point, I had really severe reflux before the sleeve, and the sleeve has only exacerbated that. Although I will say it's gotten better since I had surgery. It's gotten somewhat better, but it still is sort of beyond the pale of what they like you to live with long term, risk of Barrett's esophagus and all that. So I've got to go see my surgeon again after all this has kind of died down, and just see if he still thinks I need to have a revision for that reason. I will not have a revision just for losing more weight purposes. Like I've already, I still, even with this weight that I've gained back post baby, have still lost and kept off more than they ever expected. With the surgery, and I'm still in a place that I'm hugely grateful for. So I will not be doing this just for the numbers, but if I do have to have a revision for reflux, I will. I'm not worried about it, honestly. Yeah, I'm not, like, I'm not scared by surgery anymore. I've had two surgeries now, counting my C-section. So, yeah, it would be fine. So we'll see, after all this, if I need to do that. Skin surgery is obviously off the table. I went and saw a surgeon, and he basically said, um, yeah, you don't want to do that until after you've had a revision for reflux if you're going to do that, because you don't know how much you'll lose with that. It might not be anything. Second, weight loss surgeries, you often don't lose as much, so it could be nothing. But yeah, so also, I'm not, I don't know. I struggle with my self-image some days, but frankly, life, there's so much more that's more important to me at the moment. So I don't know, we'll see. But so I'm doing well. I'm not like I wish that I could get on here and be like, "Oh, I'm back down to the weight I was post baby." I'm not, but I don't know. There's more important things in life at the moment for me. I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're all socially distancing. I hope you're all feeling well and healthy. Please leave me a comment, because some of you I haven't talked to in forever. So leave me a comment and let me know how you're doing. And if I have things to update, so if I'm going to have revision surgery, I might start making videos again. So don't lose this page. All right, it was good talking to you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.